Bitcoin jumped 10% to 30,000 and it hints at a playbook for spot ETFs. And Bitcoin keeps rising as traders bet on the crypto ETF approvals and the spot Bitcoin ETF and everything you need to know about Grayscale and BlackRock. Well, guys, we got a lot to talk about. And if you want the most important information, make sure you stick around till the end of the video. But let's not waste any more time and just hop right into it. Firstly, we got this post from Bitcoin News at BitcoinNews.com. Just in, Fidelity has submitted an updated version of its S1 application for a spot #Bitcoin ETF. Notable recurring themes in the amendments include detailed specification of custodial arrangements, clarification of mechanics related to hard forks, emphasis on valuation and price sources, as well as adherence to GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles, and enhanced risk disclosure concerning regulatory uncertainties, acknowledgement of energy intensive nature of mining. So here we can see their new application. Here's a link for it, and it goes, or not the link for it, but the screenshot of it, and it goes into further detail if you were to open up the actual link, which you can get into later. Very, very, very interesting. Right here, Martin K had to say, acknowledgement of the energy intensive nature of mining. I imagine the Bitcoin maxes at Fidelity died a little bit inside while writing this. Just watch this ESG narrative do a 180 flip in the next few years. We're still so early. Absolutely. We're still very early in this journey, and I know that they didn't like writing about that because that's not a topic they want to even think about, and it's a tough one to face. But yeah, we're gonna have to see how this looks. Hopefully this appeal gets approved, or this updated version of the appeal gets approved. We're gonna have to look, or application, sorry. We're gonna have to see how that turns out. Next, we got this tweet from Viking at Viking Bitcoin 9. Most people can't hodl like me. I said it. Not one SAT has been spent over 6.75 years. Bitcoin. Whoa. Either you are in or you are out. Wow. He says, what's your price? Here's a question. Doesn't matter what I say. Ask me when I get there. I will most likely take the 80% drop. Very interesting. Didn't you spend some sats of consolidated on of your UTXOs? Nope, I replaced that. Very interesting. He's been holding for 6.75 years. I can't imagine what he's sitting on right now. Holy moly. Very interesting. Look, I wish that was me. Anyways, guys, next tweet we got here is from James Sayfart and at JSayFF. More proof that potential spot #Bitcoin ETF issuers are in communication with SEC regarding changes / amendments required for SEC to consider approving. Positive signs, in my opinion. So here we can take a look at the tweet he's referring to, which is what we were looking at earlier in terms of the application, that new updated S1 application. So he's just saying that this is, that the spot Bitcoin ETF it's showing good signs is what he's saying. So it's very interesting, and like he's saying, these are just signs, guys. So we don't know 100% for sure what's going on, what's gonna happen, but regardless, though, it's important to know these things and take a look. Next, we got this or not this one. We got this article from Bitcoin's 10% jump to 30,000 hints at trader playbook for ETF launches.
Intelligence and Kaylee Line.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Next, guys, remember, for these next articles, we're going to be talking about the ETF. And the reason being is because it's huge news onto what's going on and what's going to be happening. So as you guys recall from the past couple videos we've been talking about, or actually the last video, there was a brief 10% surge in Bitcoin because there was some rumors going on about the approval. However, those were just rumors, and it was confirmed that it has not been approved, nor denied, but it hasn't been approved, that people were ruming on. So very, very interesting. An erroneous report that BlackRock Inc. had approval launch on spot ETF rapidly sent the largest digital asset to $30,000 on Monday, the highest price since August. The move cooled after the biggest money manager said its application remains under review, leaving Bitcoin 4.4% higher for October 16. It was little changed around $28,400 on Tuesday in New York. BlackRock is among about a dozen firms seeking to offer the first U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF amid expectations that the SEC may soon end its opposition to the products. Optimists argue such funds will help spur wider crypto adoption, and I agree. I really feel like, regardless of what the outcome is, the fact that BlackRock is really going into this is gonna, really encourage other companies and other investment companies to really take that risk and take that jump to going for it. James Sayfart had to say this was like a dry run for what's going to happen if these things actually do get approved. It's basically it basically gave traders a playbook. Speaking on Bloomberg Television, Safar said he expects a batch of spot Bitcoin ETFs to be approved by January deadline. The Bitcoin swings punctured, if only briefly, a period of low volatility that reflects a lack of buyer interest. Many investors have deserted virtual coins following last year's rout and blowups like that of the FTX exchange, whose co-founder Sam Bankman-Fried is on trial for a multi-billion-dollar fraud. Guys, that's a whole other thing. If you guys want to know more about the SBF trial that's going on, check out the other videos that go into a little bit more detail about what's going on with that. Short squeeze. So CoinReliance data shows that $95 million worth of Bitcoin positions, mostly from traders who were betting on lower prices, were liquidated in the past 24 hours. Now that we are seeing some progress on the ETF front, I think we will see moves to start to price this in, wrote Noelle Ashton, author of Crypto is Macro Now newsletter. She also anticipates some people will turn to the token to hedge against geopolitical and economic uncertainties. Developments over spot ETFs have triggered some of Bitcoin's largest 2023 rallies. In June, the digital asset topped $30,000 after heavyweights including BlackRock and Fidelity Investments sought permissions from the SEC to start funds. The token then retreated to about $26,000. Another spurt came late August when a U.S. court ruling potentially paved the way for $17.7 billion in Grayscale Bitcoin Trust to convert into an ETF. The SEC's role, they have cracked down on the crypto sector this year and so far resisted spot Bitcoin ETFs, citing risks such as fraud and manipulation in the token spots market. It has permitted ETFs holding Bitcoin and Ether futures. The regulator warned people to be careful what you read on the internet in a post from Onyx, the platform formerly known as Twitter, as Monday's Bitcoin's gyrations. The agency added the best source of information about the SEC is the SEC. Very interesting take, you know. A lot of people are kind of seeing the SEC as the bad people here, but at the end of the day, they're just trying to get regulations in to make sure that we are safe as investors. And I can respect that. You know, I think it's important to have these kind of regulations because, you know, there's definitely going to be some crypto coins and, you know, companies out there that are going to be kind of scamming, kind of schemy, especially as the environment is growing. And I think they're just trying to get ahead of the curve and make sure that they're doing their proper research and their proper protocol so that we can stay safe. I mean, we saw what happened with the SBF trial, and I think that's part of the reason why a lot of this is really being held back. Next, we got this article from the Barron's. Let's get right into the full article. Next, we got this article from Barron's. Bitcoin keeps rising as traders bet on crypto ETF approvals. Here's how high prices could go. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies gained Tuesday as momentum for digital assets continued, and rising the expectations that the regulators will soon approve the spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds along with the catalyst for cryptos. Now in this article, guys, unfortunately we can't see the whole thing, but in this article they're talking more so about how, like, yes, that there was that, you know, or that rumor that was going around, but they're saying that now there's actually substantial information as to why this is a lot more, you know, promising that it's going to be approved. And so they're kind of talking about the effects of that. And guys, it's absolutely amazing. I hope it does come through and play out right. And yeah, anyways, guys, it's a little bit of a short video today. I hope you guys don't mind. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for all the most important Bitcoin news. But until the next video, I hope you guys have a fantastic day and good luck trading.